Hello, everyone. I'm Sally, and Christina and I are going to do associated remote viewing on a recent YouTube video that the podcast Redacted with Clayton Morris just put up. They're talking about a UAP or UFO crash near Area 51. Happened September 23rd, 2025. We want to know, was it alien technology? Was it a complete UAP? What was it that actually went down? And to set this up, we're going to play just a few snippets from Redacted. I'll leave a link in the description box below for the full video. So please hit the like button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss another upload for more Woo News. Let's get into it.
Crash just beyond the boundary of Area 51, and it happened near the restricted zone. In the days that followed, then authorities launched a large-scale recovery, according to reports, and some sort of a massive cleanup effort as well. Armed security personnel, often referred to as camo dudes, were seen guarding dirt roads that were like branching off of the main highway. The FAA even established a temporary no-fly zone over this area, even though it was outside of the normal area of 51 for reasons of national security, they said. Anders Ottesen is the host of Uncanny Expeditions. He went to this area, or got as close as he possibly could, and tried to get some answers. Of course, Anders, we had on to deep dive what was going on in Lockheed Martin's skunk work. So thrilled to have Anders back here on the show. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate you having me back. Basically, the Air Force came in and they had the whole site cleaned up in about 3 or 4 days, which is crazy fast. And initially, I thought, well, it was probably just something like a Reaper, which is a really common drone that the military flies. They fly them in training missions all the time. So I didn't necessarily plan on going out there right away because I didn't think it was going to be that interesting. Then the days after the cleanup, it kind of got a little bit strange. So it was announced that somebody had planted wreckage of some kind on top of the crash site after the cleanup. So there was like a dummy training bomb and like some other aircraft parts, almost like they were trying to sort of disguise a crash site as something else. Just the fact that the response was so different from what a normal Reaper crash would have been, because Reapers, they crash pretty often out there in the desert. They're flown in all sorts of training missions, and they don't necessarily on to this level of national security response. You don't have the Area 51 security guards standing guard with assault rifles on the highway. That's pretty rare. So I went out there after the cleanup had already been done, and I went out there with a metal detector to see if I could find some stuff that was underneath the layer of dirt that they put on. So after they did the cleanup, they disguised the burn mark by trucking in more dirt from somewhere else nearby and pouring it on top of the crash site. So the only way I could tell from a distance, at least, was the fact that there were these burned Joshua trees there that pretty much gave it away as to where the impact site was.
All right, everybody, we are now ready for the associated remote viewing, and with me to do that is Christina. Hello, Christina.
Hi, everybody.
Well, it's nice to see your face and not your avatar. So welcome to everybody. And we are going to be looking at Clayton Morris's YouTube video today on what crashed near Area 51. My understanding is that crash actually took place in September just outside of Area 51. Like it was on public ground.
Yeah.
So, and I will leave the link for the video, for the full video, in the description box below. And Clayton Morris is talking to another fella there. I can't remember his name. I apologize. But he actually got on a motorbike and went out there firsthand looking at the crash site. So I encourage everybody to take a look at that because it's very interesting. You can also see there are a lot of military crafts in the air sort of watching him, even though he is in his right to be on public ground. So it's interesting that even though he's out there, they're still kind of watching him. So anyway, we've got a list of questions and we might as well just get started. What do you think?
Sure.
All right. So the first question we have is, was the September 23rd vehicle crash / failure outside of what we call Area 51 a man-made vehicle? What did you get?
I got yes, that the vehicle was man-made.
I did too. And before we go any further, let's go tick through these and then we'll kind of sum up.
Yeah.
Next question. Did the vehicle belong to U.S. Air Force? I got yes.
So did I. Yeah. It belonged to the Air Force.
Yep. Was the tampering of the crash site a cover-up? I got yes.
Me too.
Oh, imagine that, covering something up. All right.
No, not our government.
Not our government. The next question, was the craft human-made, but using reverse engineered alien technology? What did you get?
Yes. Yes,
I
it
did
was.
too. Oh my gosh, I got massive goosebumps when I just said that too. Yeah. So definitely it's reverse engineered alien technology. Probably why he had to go back and cover that up, with some debris that, well, if somebody
Yeah.
wants to find something, they're finding something that we know about. See, nothing to see here.
Right.
Just stuff you already know about. Okay, next question. Does the core technology in advanced U.S. military aircraft tested at Area 51 originate from off-world sentient beings? We got yes, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Ah, gotta love it. I wonder what sentient beings they are. We need to look at that. Are the sentient beings in service to self or service to others? I'm getting they're not in service to self. I'm getting they're in service to others.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Are these the same beings that are like flying over like the nuclear test sites and shutting them down? I mean, they talked about that a lot in the 90s. Do you remember when they were, hey, there was a UFO that showed up over the nuclear site and sort of shut it down? They did a thing on, I think it was Discovery Plus on UFOs.
Mhm.
I'll try to find it and leave a link, but there's no guarantee. You'll have to dig it up probably yourself.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how UFOs were showing up over nuclear sites. I think it's the same critters, the same people, or the same whatever it is they are. What are they? Are they sentient beings? Are they this? Yeah, I'm getting yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, those guys can come in because apparently they're keeping us from harming ourselves. Oh. Anyway, next question, and it's our last question. Are these tests based on reverse engineered extraterrestrial craft? I think we sort of answered that in the last one, but I'm getting yes, they are
Yeah.
definitely,
For sure.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, let's elevate your journey, personal and cosmic. Meet your must-have companion, the Energy Healing Map at mdhmap.com. Perfect for beginners and pros. It's your guide to clearing trapped emotional energies like ancestral or past life baggage, aligning your vibration with your goals. Imagine releasing old vibes to unlock new skills like remote viewing. With a clear energy field, you'll tap into the unseen. mdhmap.com helps you heal, grow, and explore your universe. Grab your energy healing map today, clear the past energies, and align your vibe, and see what's out there. Visit mdhmap.com now.
I am so impressed with this website, how well you've done it. I worked in analytics, IT systems before, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. And the navigation and to know and just the whole mapping. You must be a very analytical person because this is so well done. I love it. Thank you.
What do I think? I mean, I wish we didn't have to keep secrets anymore, because I'm like, too many people are aware of what's going on, and I just wish the government would say, yeah, this is ours. We made it from off-world technology.
So here's my playing devil's advocate, because I'm all about full disclosure and not having any secrets anywhere from anybody.
Right.
That would be probably pretty good.
But I know there would probably be mass panic, because they would be like, well, wait a minute, like, because I don't think we're quite ready for disclosure. You know,
I think we're a lot closer than we used to be, and I think
yes,
people are
we're
getting
getting
tired of
closer.
being told no, there's nothing going on. I think there's, you know, even Clayton
Yeah.
Morris, who used to, I think he was a Fox News anchor. I remember, I think it was him or one of his cohorts. He sort of snickered about that, but you know, they were in mainstream news, so you know, you sort of have to go along lock and step with the 6 owners of mainstream news. That's why they all sound the same. I know I'll probably get some dislikes for that, but okay, just go listen to mainstream news, all of them, and listen to their headlines for the day and tell me they're not the same. But
Right.
at any rate, they're trying to control what they know about alien technology. And to play
Right.
devil's advocate to that, I sort of get the mindset, if you were to say, yeah, we have this cool technology, what is to stop a nefarious hoodoo country from coming in and doing whatever it takes to get that technology to create, you know, to be superior over or the dominant power on the planet? You see, what would stop that? That's where I get worried.
Yeah, but I'm sure some of that already goes on.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
You
But can you
know,
imagine they come out and said, "Oh, by the way, not only do you think, you know, whatever XYZ country that we
mhm,
have this stuff, but yeah, we've got more than you know," or
mhm.
whatever. I just think that that's going to open up a can of worms I don't know that we're ready to deal with, because I think there are too many people who are in service to self on this planet
Right.
that would take advantage of that.
Right. We haven't hit the tipping point yet.
I don't think we have.
It's just kind of interesting how the government just kind of was like, oh, there's nothing to see here. Move on.
You know what's crazy is, like, you think you're talking to a dumbed down population who is not dumbed down. They're like, okay, I think we can connect the dots.
Mhm.
And usually truth squares. And when you are bringing in debris from someplace else, I mean, they would have been better off just keeping that area closed and keep going back and raking and raking and raking and raking until they had everything up, versus coming in 4 days later, opening back up to the public land with a debris field that people can come in and find and say, yeah, there's nothing to see here. I mean, who is running this operation?
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother talking point, I think.
All right. Well, with that said, it's the fact that we think we're right that they are in service to others, the beings that originated with the craft. That gives me a little bit of comfort.
Right.
They're not the nefarious Anunnaki that want to come in and enslave us. Those critters. Yeah. So, all right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.